This is one of my favorite photo units of the year. It's called Ordinary to Extraordinary, and it's about finding the beauty in kind of everyday life and our normal routines. We all have set routines. We're used to what we're seeing at home, at school. Maybe we walk to school along the same routes and we don't really pay attention. We kind of see what we expect to see. But for this assignment, I'd like you to begin to tune into those daily rituals and routines and look around you with sort of new awareness. Notice the beautiful light around you, the beautiful objects around you. There are actually millions of remarkable, extraordinary photographic moments around you all the time. We just don't really see them. So this unit, I really want you to open your eyes to what's around you, the possibilities that are around you, and let's make ordinary objects, ordinary scenes look interesting and beautiful. So you might ask, how do I make the ordinary look extraordinary? The secret is light. Beautiful and interesting light makes everything extraordinary. Look for reflections. It's, a rainy time of year. Notice those reflections in the pavement, on anything wet, even on your car. Notice shadows, notice glowing light. Take photos at sunrise, sunset, next to big picture windows at home. If it is stormy and then the sun comes out behind the clouds, that's oftentimes really amazing, beautiful, dramatic light. So pay attention to that. Look for interesting patterns, form, textures, or unusual colors. And then compose your photos carefully. Think about all those compositional rules that we learned about, framing, rule of thirds, that kind of thing. When you put all that together into a photograph, it becomes extraordinary. And Edward Weston is one of the first photographers to sort of take photographs of ordinary objects but make them look really beautiful. He began taking photographs as a teenager at age 16, and he developed a reputation for amazing abilities with lighting and composition. He was working between 1927 and 1930, and he began a series of work emphasizing very ordinary objects, seashells, peppers, other vegetables, but he lit them with really beautiful light and captured them in a way that made them extraordinary. Here's his bell pepper. It almost looks like a figure in a way, sort of sculptural, but that beautiful soft light and getting close, cropping in, makes it an interesting photo. Here is cabbage. The light highlights those veins on the leaves and makes it really sculptural and interesting to look at. Here's a seashell, and you can see the sort of soft glow of the texture of the shell. Jessica Backhouse is, I think, the epitome of this technique. She does this, I think, better than any other photographer that I know of. So please do watch the video. It is linked in Google Classroom. Here are a couple photographs from the video that you saw, and I'll just go through them quickly because you did watch this video, but just noticing the reflection on the window, the beautiful light on the objects, the shadows on the table, the color of just plastic bag wrapped around, a random pole, but the glow of the water in the background and the repeated shapes of the tied plastic bags makes it interesting. Just a piece of trash in a puddle, but the light shining on that plastic makes it look like silvery, and then sort of puts it up in the sky because you can see the reflection of the clouds in the puddle. And then also that she cropped it carefully so that we're not seeing the edges. This is just some newspaper, like wet newspaper on the ground. So, look no further than just notice what's beneath your feet. Here are student examples, Arcata High student examples and McKinleyville High student examples of this assignment. These are the tennis courts at Arcata High, but the light and the reflection, the wetness, makes it almost look like it's undulating like waves. Isn't that interesting? Sunsets can be somewhat extraordinary, but put with sort of an ordinary object like a fence here works really well. And the hole in the fence, I think, makes this extraordinary. Had a student who raided her mom's jewelry box and put a desk lamp over it, used a shallow depth of field, and look how glittery and wonderful these necklaces look. Just a fork. but got in close, we can see the texture, the sort of soft glowing light hitting the edges of the tines of the fork make this extraordinary. And this is the pepper box floating in a puddle in the parking lot at Arcata High. But that sunlight, the shadow from the tree, all this makes the photo look interesting. Notice, what looking through windows from the outside, from the inside. This is looking into the wood shop from the outside with all those interesting shapes. So your assignment, take 10 to 20 photos as usual, really looking for beautiful light and interesting objects. Evaluate your photos carefully. Talk to your teacher about them. Maybe they can help you choose your best if you're interested in that. And then edit it. Please do, turn up the vibrance a little, increase the contrast maybe, check levels, anything like that. You can make creative edits if you'd like, and then turn in your best photo to Google Classroom. Have fun.